Welcome back to my channel. In this video, we'll be talking about college majors I would never, ever pick in 2025, okay? These majors, they're not bad majors, but in my personal opinion, I would not pick them. You can pick them. That's between you and that college. But me and us around these parts, we will be making informed decisions about our college majors. The first major on this list is political science. Listen, I was fooled by this major too. When I was 17 years old, I literally applied to college. I remember I applied to University of Massachusetts with the intention to study political science. I always thought I was interested in like the world, global policies, you know, maybe international relations. I come from a diverse background. You know, my parents are from multiple countries. I was born outside of the US. So I was always like, oh, like this is tea, like this would be perfect for me. But come to find out, over 35,000 students are awarded a political science degree every single year, and it's one of the most saturated degrees in the market. Like literally, like everyone and their mom decides to pick up a degree in political science. And again, it's not a bad degree, but in my personal opinion, I feel like you gotta fall under 2 or 3 buckets if you're gonna pick this degree, right? You're either a Nepo baby, you're at Ivy League, you are planning to go to law school, or you have some type of super prestigious like internship under your belt. I've only seen very few people come out successfully with this degree. Now, I'm not saying, you know, 10, 15 years later, someone with a poli-sci degree can't do well for themselves. What I'm saying in terms of the first 3 to 5 years out of college, especially if you don't intend to go to grad school or law school, this degree is just a little pointless. I mean, what specialized skills are you really learning with a poli-sci degree? It's becoming the new like general studies degree. Number 2 we have on the list is education. I don't even want to say too much on this because I know it's a very touchy topic, right? Because obviously we all want to commend teachers, we all want to commend educators, we all want to give these people their flowers because they are carrying this country on their backs. But this job has such a high burnout rate, it's ridiculous. And there's so little flexibility. I remember growing up, like as kids, we'd always be like, oh, I want to be a teacher when I grow up. Like I'm gonna have the summers off. Tell me a teacher you know that actually has a summer off. Most teachers you're gonna meet work during the summer. They either work as a server, a bartender, they do coaching, they do sport, they do private tutoring, they do piano lessons. Like every teacher that I've ever met in my life had a second job, okay? Having a second job is not a bad thing, but it's just to say like a lot of the times, not only will they have a second job, but as a teacher, you're expected to renew your certificates every 2 years or 1 year. Like you have to get licenses and take classes all the time as a teacher because the curriculum, the state is constantly updating, you know, parameters and what they need from teachers, right? Because you have to be adequate to teach and lead the future. But again, it's super high work, high effort, low reward, and barely any recognition, right? Like we say all these nice things about teachers. We have like Teacher Appreciation Day and blase, but can they pay their rent? Answer me that. Can they pay their rent? As a teacher, you're asked to have multiple tools in your toolbox. You have to be a teacher, a therapist, a counselor, a translator, a tutor, a disciplinarian. Like it's just a lot. It comes with a lot. It is a lot. And especially post-COVID, the job of a teacher has become increasingly higher and harder to do. Number 3 on our list is environmental science. Now, this is one of those majors that like, it sounds great, right? It sounds like super wholesome, tree hugger. I care about the world. I care about the globe. And considering everything going on with global warming, you would think that this is a very employable degree, but in reality, that's not really the case. It's a super passionate field, but it has low entry-level job supply, right? Unless you pair it with a niche skill like maybe data science or GIS, it's kind of like, it's skippable, it's passable, right? The starting average salary of someone who graduates with an environmental science degree is $45,000 a year. And I don't know about y'all, but I live in New York City, and this rent, okay, this rent is not a game, okay? Do not set yourself up for this. The average rent, I'm pretty sure, let's look it up real quick. What is the average rent in the United States of America? The average rent in America is $1,600 a month, right? If you're making $45K a year after taxes, I'm just gonna throw numbers out there. It might be like maybe $38K, which means divide that by 12. How much money are you making a month? Can you afford an apartment? You tell me. With 45K. All right, I'm just trying to help you, okay? I'm not trying to call anyone out. I don't think this is a bad major, but if you want a job and you want to be paid fairly for your work, maybe pivot. maybe consider something else. You know what I'm saying? You could easily do a data science degree and an environmental science minor or concentration and fare off much better in the job market. And the last major we have on our list, oh my gosh, y'all are gonna kill me with this one. Okay, the last major we have on our list is biology. Okay, I know this is tough for y'all to hear, so I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this. Biology. Biology is a tricky major because you learn, first of all, it's an intensive degree to attain. First of all, it's super hard. You're taking intensive classes. You're studying all the time. You're learning about genes and CRISPR and genetics and trees and earth and dirt and grass and reproductive systems and STIs and viruses. Like, you're learning about so much stuff when it comes to biology, right? And you're being stretched so much as a student, like you're being tested. It's such a rigorous curriculum. So as a biology degree, please do not, I repeat, do not come to this field if you don't plan on being in school for at least 8 years, at least 10 years, at least 6 years, like at the very least. Like, I've seen people study bio and they go to PA school. They study bio and they go to an accelerated nursing program. They study bio and they apply to med school. They study for their MCAT. But if you don't plan, listen, if you're gonna study bio, just get ready to take your MCAT. Like, just start freshman year, because that's like your only option. No, I'm joking. There's a lot you can do, and I've seen people pivot. Like, I have friends right now who study bio, couldn't really find a lot of job opportunity in their field, and they've kind of segued into like biotech in the Boston area. Boston is a huge up and coming booming market for medicine and technology, so that's sometimes a really good option for folks. But other than that, the average starting salary for someone who graduates with a degree in biology is $41,000 a year. $41,000 a year is the average salary for someone who graduates with a degree in biology as of 2020. It is one of the hardest STEM degrees to get. It has like the highest unemployment rate out of all other STEM degrees. So it's really tough. I personally love biology. If I ever did something in the science field, like outside of technology, I would definitely be interested in biology. But when you look at the numbers and you compare it against other majors and other opportunities, it's just an uphill battle. I feel like being in biology, like, you're constantly trying to prove yourself. You know, in the curriculum, you're trying to prove yourself and maintain a GPA. Once you graduate, you prove yourself. You have to take an MCAT. You have to get into PA school. You have to get into nursing school. You have to prove that you can do it. Once you're in the secondary school, you have to work hard again. And once you graduate, you have to start your degree. It's just like, I feel like in biology, it's like a constant uphill battle. Some people are up for the challenge, but if you run the numbers, you know, I don't know. There's other options out there for people. That's all I have to say about these college majors. I hope y'all know none of these majors is to shame you. This is just for us to cackle and laugh in the comments, right? We can compare and contrast, right? This is all meant to be fun, educational. Like, we're just roasting majors for funsies. I don't want to discourage any of you guys, but I do want everyone watching this video to make an informed decision when they are picking their college majors, because, you know, especially if you're taking out student loan debt, it's an important decision, period, end, right? Make a good decision. If you found this video helpful while thinking about what major to pick, or maybe you're thinking about changing your majors, or you're still in high school, you're trying to figure out what you want to do with your life, please give this video a thumbs up. Please like, please comment, please subscribe. Tell me your thoughts, what you're majoring in college, what your thoughts are on my opinions. And if you want to talk more about your personal journey into the education space, into college, into universities, please feel free to book a one-on-one call with me. I love talking to you all. I love getting to know you all. I love helping you guys get closer to your goals and who you're meant to be. So feel free to add some time on my calendar. And yeah, let's keep the discussion going in the comments. Bye.